Hello students, welcome to all to my channel. Dear students, plus 2 second year of first poetry, Daffodils, which is written by the poet laureate of England, William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth करा लेखा Daffodils को हमें एक वीडियो रे देखिबा जोटा कि plus 2 second year पिलांकर poetry रो first chapter. वीडियो टी बहुत यूजफुल हेबो, वीडियो को लास्ट टाइम देखिबा काहे कि एमिति वीडियो गारंटेड तमे आउ कोठो पाइबो नाही. प्लस टू सेकेंड पिला मो चैनल को देखुछ तुम समस्ते आपको शेयर करनी वीडियो तुम फ्रेंड मान सहित तुम सब ग्रुप रे से माने सब सब्सक्राइब करंतु एवं मो चैनल सहित एग्जाम लास्ट जे निश्चित अपडेट रह काहे बहुत यूजफुल वीडियो मो चैनल रे अपडेट हो एग्जाम पर्यंत जहार बेनिफिट तुम निश्चय पाई परिबो. वीडियो स्टार्ट करबा अति सुंदर भाव रे बुझे पे ट्राई करबा. द नेम ऑफ चैप्टर इज Daffodils.
Flowers are beautiful creation by the God. They are our friends. They bring color to the world. So we are going to study the first poetry, that is Daffodils. Daffodil is a flower. The name of the poet William Wordsworth. आमे plus 2 second year first poetry Daffodils विषय रे पढ़िबा. ए वीडियो देखिबा, वीडियो को लास्ट पर्यंत देखिबा. तुमरा फर्स्ट पोएट्री वीडियो को भला भाबरे बुझाबो. बहुत सुंदर भाबरे स्टांजा वाइज एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया हिची, ता सहित किछ क्वेश्चन आंसर मध्ये डिस्कशन हिची. वीडियो को लास्ट टाइम देखिबा एवं निश्चित तुमको भल लागिबो. बहुत सुंदर भाबरे बुझाइची, से नोट तुम फॉलो कर. क्वेश्चन आंसर डिस्कशन हिची, स्टांजा वाइज समरी मध्ये डिस्कशन करा हिची. बहुत सुंदर भाबरे बुझी हबो. वीडियो को लास्ट पर्यंत देखि लाइक कमेंट और शेयर करिबा एवं जो माने चैनल विषय जान नांती से मान को हमें शेयर करिबा एवं सब्सक्राइब करिया पे कहिबा.
Dear students, look at the two pictures at your screen. Guess what? The first one is the picture of a daffodil and the second one is our poet laureate William Wordsworth. Dear students, we are going to study about the first poetry of plus 2 second year science, and that is your Daffodils, which is written by the poet laureate, nature poet William Wordsworth. We have already learned a poem, We Are Seven, in class X, which is also written by William Wordsworth, who is known as the poet laureate of England at his time. He is also called the nature poet. William Wordsworth, a renowned poet at his time. So, before going to the chapter, first have a look at the title, Daffodils. What a daffodil is? A daffodil is a bell-shaped flower of golden yellow color and beautiful fragrance that bloom in early spring, usually by the side of lakes. Daffodil होची गोटे फ्लावर बेल शेप रो घंटी सदृश फूल जोटा कि इयरली स्प्रिंग रे फुटे साधारणतः इंग्लैंड रे ह्रद मानक साइड रे. तला लिखछन कि ना विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ ताकर आमे गोटे पोएट्री वी आर सेवन पढिछे. इंटरेस्टिंग पोएट्री. लास्ट वर्जन देखिबा सबु स्टांजार समरी तापर शेष रे क्वेश्चन आंसर भी दिया हिची. हमें बहुत बढ़िया से बुझिबा. एथरु काउंसिल रे मध्य ए वर्ष क्वेश्चन आसीबार बहुत चांसेस अछि. तनो भल से अंडरस्टैंडिंग करिबा. फर्स्ट अबाउट द पोएट आमे कहिले the lyric poem Daffodils by William Wordsworth is considered to be one of his best poems in modern times. The poet narrates a small incident in which he got an opportunity to see a huge number of daffodils in a valley. The poet narrates, the poet describes a small incident, ଗୋଟେ small incident describe କରିଛନ୍ତି in which he got an opportunity, जोथे से chance पाइथिले, ଗୋଟେ सुजोग पाइथिले to see a huge number of daffodils, large number of daffodils in a valley. गोटे उपत्यका रे बहुत गुडी फूल देखिबार से चांस पाइथिले बा सुजोग पाइथिले. The poem consists of 4 stanzas having 6 lines. चारोटी स्टांजा अछि एवं प्रति लाइन रे प्रति स्टांजा रे 6 लाइन लिखाइ अछि. हम पढिबा को the main theme is the beauty of nature and the rhyme scheme of the poem is ABABCC. ABABCC कोन तुमे जानि परिबो आगु देखिले ताले 6टी लाइन को मिसे कि गोटे स्टांजा 4टी स्टांजा अछि मोट ऊपर. ब्यूटी ऑफ नेचर को डिस्क्राइब कराइ छी बहुत सुंदर भाव रे बुझिया को ट्राई करिबा. विथ पिक्चर अछि तुमे देखि परथिबो. स्टांजा 1, I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. I wandered. I means the poet William Wordsworth wandered, travelled, or was travelling, or was roaming lonely as a cloud. एटी cloud से तो सिमिल यूज कराइछि. गोटे क्लाउड को कंपेयर कराइछि द पोएट्स जर्नी सहित. ताले when The poet William Wordsworth was wandering along like a cloud. Cloud भला जेतो cloud जेमती आकाश रे कुटिया ट्रैवल करे सेमती poet William Wordsworth traveling करूथिले यात्रा करूथिले एकुटिया cloud भली that floats on high over vales and hills. जेमती cloud floats over valleys and hills बा vales and hills valley एवं उपत्यका रे जेमती float करे बा भासे उच्च आकाश रे उपत्यका रे cloud सेमती कंपेयर कराइछि. When all at once suddenly I saw a crowd, the poet saw a number of daffodils, a huge number of daffodils, a host of golden daffodils, a mass of daffodils. बहुत संख्या रे बा daffodil मानकर गोटे भिड़ देखिले बा बहुत संख्या रे daffodils देखिले poet. कोड देखिले where did he see? Beside the lake, beneath the trees. Lake कूलरे एवं गछ तळे, beneath means under, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. से माने कोन करथिले ना fluttering करथिले. Fluttering means tossing their heads or going to and fro एपट सेपट होउथिले and dancing in the breeze. Breeze means cold wind. ठंडा पवन रे एपट सेपट होउथिले झलमल होउथिले देखिले. बुझेला. Once the poet was wandering alone like a cloud that floats over valleys and hills. All of a sudden or suddenly he saw a field full of daffodils blooming beside the lake and beneath the trees. And daffodils were moving to and fro and dancing in the breeze. The color is described as golden. बुझुछि. The poet saw a large number of daffodils. Picture देख परछो daffodils रो picture दिया हिछि. Summary निजे पढि की मन रखि दबो. बहुत बढ़िया से लिखा हिछि. In the first stanza the poet says that he was wandering lonely as a cloud that floats on high above hills and hills. The phrase refers to him being roaming around without any purpose. Without any purpose से traveling करथिले बिना उद्देश्य रे. He was all alone like a cloud that floats high in the valley. बहुत सहज रे लिखा है. पिला मन तुम पढले बुझि परिबो. म बेसी पढुनी तुम ताको स्क्रीनशॉट ने की रिकॉर्ड करि परिबो. Stanza 2. Continuous as the stars that shine. As the stars shine continuously. जेमती स्टार गुडा को continuously shine करंती and twinkle on the Milky Way. Twinkle means झलमल हेबा चिकचिक करिबा. On the Milky Way. Milky होछि आकाश गंगा. Milky Way, the white band of stars that can be seen across the sky at night. राति रे जहा देखा जाए. They stretched in never ending line. They stretched से माने लंबी थिले in never ending line. ता माने एठी continuously बा निरवचन भाव रे बहुत दूर पर्यंत देखा होतबा लंबी थिले. कोन ना daffodils along the margin of a bay. Bay means lake. एठी lake बोली धरिबा. Margin means border. गोटे से lake रो border बा कुळे कुळे असरंती भाव रे बड़ी थिले. जानि होछि 10,000 saw I at a glance. एटी गोटे नंबर दिया हिछि. पोएट यूज करछंती 10,000 10,000 I saw at a glance at a quick look. 10,000 देखि देली. टॉसिंग देयर हेड्स. दे आर टॉसिंग से मान तंगर हेड को बा टॉप को फुलटा को टॉसिंग करथले एपट सपट करथले इन स्प्राइटली डांस, लाइवली डांस, जॉयफुली डांस. बुझि होछि. तार एक्सप्लेनेशन मध्य दिया हिछि. देखिनियो. The second stanza begins with the comparison between daffodils along the lake and stars in the Milky Way. Compare कराइछि. The poet says that the daffodils stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. The bay here refers to the lake. According to the poet, the daffodils which covered the shore of the lake seem to be unending like the stars in the sky, and like them, the stars of Milky Way, they were two twinkling. सर मध्य झलमल करछन. The stars twinkle at night. The phrase 10,000 saw I at a glance is hyperbole. That means hyperbole use कराइछि अत्यधिक शब्द को परिमाप करिवा पई. That means the poet saw a large number of daffodils which he could not count. Countless. The daffodils were tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The word head here refers to the top flower part of the plant. Sprightly dance means lively and jubilant dance. The daffodils were thus moving their heads in a rhythm which looked quite amazing and seemed to the poet as they were dancing. तापर stanza 3 देखिबा. stanza 2 बुझी होइथिबो. stanza 3. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not be but gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. The waves beside them danced. When the daffodils were dancing, the waves beside them were also dancing. जेतबळे daffodil dance करूथिले कवि को कहउछंती waves जो तरंग गुड़ाक ता साइड रे थिले से मध्य डांस करछंती बट दे आउटडिड द स्पार्कलिंग वेव्स इन ग्ली दे आउटडिड मीन्स सरपास अतिक्रम करिया बा टपी जीवा द स्पार्कलिंग मीन्स शाइनिंग डार्सलिंग ग्लीमिंग एटसेट्रा वेव्स इन ग्ली कवि को कहया कथा जे जेतेबेले तरंग गुड़ाक डांस करछन डैफोडिल्स डांस देखि के किंतु डैफोडिल रो डांस गुड़ाक वेव रो डांस को अतिक्रम कर जाउछि outdid or surpassed the sparkling waves in glee means in joy बुझौछि but they means but daffodils outdid surpassed the sparkling waves shining waves माने तरंग in glee means joy or merry or happy a poet could not be but gay means also happy कवि मध्य आगुरे एमति केबे खुशी हेइ नांती in such a jocund company means delight company the poet feels very happy to see these daffodils. So he called the daffodils a jocund company. Jocund company means delight company, the company which gives you happiness. I gazed and gazed but little thought. Gazed means looked continuously or looked intently, looked for a long time. दीर्घ समय धरि देखिली daffodils को but little thought. किंतु little thought means no thought. बा कोनोसी thought आसिलानी. The poet realizes what? देखिबा what wealth the soul to me had brought कौन wealth means treasure संपत्ति happiness कौन खुशी बा कौन संपत्ति मते मिलुची when I looked intently or looked for a long time or gazed the daffodils for a longer time कौन मते आनंद मिलुची सेटा कवि निजुक पचाउछि the poet did not realize what wealth had he got यानी होछि the beautiful daffodils became a never ending source of experience of the harmony and peace to the poet कवि को बहुत मात्रा रे सुख प्रदान करूछि नेवर एंडिंग लाइन गुडा को बा लार्ज नंबर ऑफ डैफोडिल्स द पोएट सो टेल्स और सेज द डैफोडिल्स आज जोकंड कंपनी बुझिला केमती डांस करथिले वेव्स गुडा को वेव्स रो डांस को टपी जाउछि डैफोडिल्स रो हैप्पीनेस द पोएट सेज डैफोडिल्स ए जोकंड कंपनी द पोएट आल्सो डिड नॉट रियलाइज व्हाट द वेल्थ ही हैड गॉट कौन संपत्ति से पाउछन ते समय धरि डैफोडिल्स को देखला परे बट मन रे बहुत आनंद से उपभोग करूछंती तेनु कहिया पई से जानि परनांती कौन कल्पना करूछंती बहुत मात्रा करूछंती तापरे स्टांजा 3 रो समरी लिखाय छै बहुत सुंदर भाव रे तंदा पढिबो इन द थर्ड स्टांजा द पोएट मीन्स दैट देयर आर वेव्स टू व्हिच सीम टू बी डांसिंग इन द लेक बट द जॉयफुल डांस ऑफ द डैफोडिल्स वाज फार बेटर देन देयर्स डैफोडिल्स रो जॉयफुल डांस टा जो वेव थारु डैफोडिल डांस बहुत मात्रा रे बहुत भलो and for a poet like Wordsworth himself their joyful company was the ultimate source of pleasure and ecstasy hence in the poet concludes that seeing the daffodils dancing along the lake is the dream of every poet including him and being there is like dream coming true and thus the poet gazed that is kept looking on the daffodils and their dance. However, he could not fully appreciate the scenery before him. Saguru ebali दृश्य केबे देखि नथिले wealth here means happiness. Stanza 4 last stanza देखिनबा तापर क्वेश्चन आंसर देखिबा for of when on my couch I lie in vacant or in pensive mood they flash upon that inward eye which is the bliss of solitude and then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. For of means for often बेले बेले और बारंबार when on my couch means soft bed ba se jo ame koi pariba I lie in vacant or in pensive mood vacant means no thought or pensive means thoughtful mood jetole चिंतित अवस्था रे बा फांका अवस्था रे मु थाए jetole मो मस्तिष्क शून्य थाए they flash upon that inward eye means mind's eye मोर अंतर र मनर अवस्था भितर से flash upon करे came frequently barambar ase they means the daffodils the scenic beauty of the daffodils came frequently in the poet's mind which is the bliss of solitude bliss means blessing of solitude means loneliness जो loneliness रे एकुटिया लागे कवि को किंतु daffodils रो scenic beauty कथा जतल से भाबुछंती तांको मन रे उद्वेग प्रकाश पाउची उत्कंठा प्रकाश पाउची से बहुत खुशी हो जाउछंती तांको इनवर्ड आए माइंड्स आए को सेटा बारंबार आसुची से सौंदर्य डैफोडिल्स एंड देन माय हार्ट विथ प्लेजर फील्स एवं सेति बेले मोर हृदय बा मोर हार्ट प्लेजर फील्स विथ हैप्पीनेस लॉट्स ऑफ हैप्पीनेस जॉयफुल मोमेंट्स and pleasure and dances with the daffodils The poet's heart also dances with the daffodils. कविंकर मन मध्य daffodils नृत्य रे नाची उठे. बुझी होची? The beautiful scenes of the daffodils is bliss of solitude here, because whenever the poet is in the vacant or pensive mood, he recalls the scenic beauty of the daffodils and feels very happy. बुझी होची? ब्लिस ऑफ सॉलिट्यूड इंपोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन आस पारे. ब्लिस ऑफ सॉलिट्यूड माने कोन ना, द पोएट गेट्स हैप्पीनेस और द पोएट गेट्स अ लॉट ऑफ हैप्पी व्हेन ही comes in contact with the daffodils for a longer time, and when he was in pensive mood or in thoughtful mood, or he lie on his couch, he thought only of one thing, and that is the scenic beauty of the daffodils. The poet gets very much excited, and he had got lots of happiness when he came in contact with the daffodils. That's all about your fourth stanza. Students, their summary. In the fourth and final stanza, the poet says that while sitting on his couch and in vacant or in pensive mood, the memories of those daffodils flash upon his inward eye, and that is spiritual or the romantic vision. Their memory then becomes the source of joy in his solitude. His heart is then filled with pleasure and dances with the daffodils. Thus, the memory of the daffodils becomes his companion in his solitude, and taking away all his sorrows and boredom make his spirit dance with them. Summary in short. Short रे मध्य summary दिया है. पिला मने को नोट कर दबो. अति सुंदर भावरे को डिजाइन करा है. बहुत भावी चिंती पिला कर बेनिफिट पाई. किछि क्वेश्चन मध्य हम डिस्कशन कर दउछि. After reading the poem, can you guess what daffodil is? Answer. The daffodil is a flower that is yellow and therefore comparable to gold in its color. They usually grow near lakes. On seeing the yellow daffodils, the poet perhaps recollects some golden memories that he cherishes in the lonely time. He therefore calls them golden daffodils. Second, why does the poet compare daffodils to stars? The poet compares the daffodils to stars because the daffodils trace in never-ending line like the stars in the galaxy. Moreover, like stars, the daffodils shine as they are golden and also twinkle like the stars as they flutter due to the breeze. This is a clear indication that daffodils are heavenly stars. Number third, why has the poet described solitude as being blissful? The poet described solitude as being blissful because when the poet is lonely and not doing anything, the thought of golden daffodils that he has seen dancing and fluttering in the valley fills his mind with pleasure, and he rejoices the moment. What does the inward eye mean? What is it that flashes upon his eye? Do you think the poet is affected by it in any way? Give reasons. Yes. The inward eye means visual imagination that takes the poet to the world of past recollection. It is something that cannot be shared with other people. The golden daffodils which he has seen in the valley flash upon his inward eye. The memory of dancing and fluttering daffodils fills his heart with pleasure. It is like spiritual vision that brings a feeling of joy. It is a blessing for the poet. That is why the poet calls the inward eye a bliss of solitude. Where were the daffodils growing? The daffodils were growing beside the lake under the trees. What are the objects the poet compares with the daffodils? The poet compares the daffodils with the dancing waves and shining and twinkling stars. What is the effect of daffodils on the poet? Answer. The daffodils fill the poet's heart with pleasure, and he feels happy with them. What is the bliss of solitude according to the poet? When the person is in solitude and there is nobody around him, he is all alone. He has the opportunity to think of nature. In the poem, the poet says that when he is either busy thinking or not thinking about anything, he is reminded of the daffodils. He says that loneliness becomes lovely if he thinks about daffodils in his loneliness. When he remembers the daffodils, he starts feeling happy, content, and perfectly at peace with himself. This happens because of solitude. Why does the poet stop on seeing the daffodils? The poet stops on seeing the daffodils because never before in his life had he seen such beautiful golden daffodils, and that too in such a very large number. He is completely attracted towards them. Number 10. What is the main theme of the poem? The heading and refreshing effect of nature is the theme of the poem. What is the rhyme scheme of the poem? The rhyme scheme of the poem is ABABCC. ABABCC माने बुझी पारुछो? First और third AA, तो first third line रो rhyming word लास्ट रे जो अच्छी सेम अच्छी सेमती बी बी रे लास्ट दुईटार सामान देखिबो स्टांजा को जानि परिबो तापरे किछि क्वेश्चन दिया हेछि तमरो स्टांजा वाइज तुमे को नोट करनियो ताको थरे पढ़ी दियो एटलीस्ट सोगुडा को इंपोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन एग्जाम रे निश्चित आसीबार चांसेस बहुत अछि आको पढ़िबा पई संभव नुह कारण वीडियो बहुत लॉन्ग हे जिवो तेणु तुमे को देखिनियो निश्चित भाव रे वीडियो को लास्ट पर्यंत आको नोट करनियो बहुत सुंदर भाव रे डिजाइन करा हेछि सब पैसेज रु क्वेश्चन करा हेछि सब स्टांजा रु पिला माने वीडियो केमति लागिला निश्चय कमेंट करिवो आकु बहुत मात्रा शेयर करिवो काहे कि एटा फास्ट पोएट्री बहुत इंपोर्टेंट अछि ए वर्ष काउंसिल एग्जाम पई आकु जमा भी नेग्लेक्ट करबानी जो माने देखुचो ताको फ्रेंड मन सहित आकु निश्चित शेयर करो जो माने ए चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करनो निश्चित सब्सक्राइब करो कारण ए भली सुंदर सुंदर वीडियो परवर्ती समय रे मो चैनल रे अवेलेबल हबो जे तुमे सब्सक्राइब ना करबो ताहाले तुमे ए विषय रे जानि परिबो नाही तुमरो काउंसिल एग्जाम पई मो तरफ रु ऑल द बेस्ट आ बहुत कम दिन रहिला आगो को किछि हेल्पफुल टिप्स पई मो चैनल से अपडेट रो थैंक्स फॉर वाचिंग गॉड ब्लेस यू ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर योर एग्जाम।